Steve, thanks for joining us. Just first of all, get your thoughts on the results over the Easter weekend. 4 points from 2 games. What were your thoughts on those matches?
Yeah, I think it's a good return. 4 points and 2 points per game. It's sort of always your target if we can. Disappointed we didn't win the game. We've done more than enough to beat Banbury. Missed 5 one-on-ones. We've looked back at all that and really restricted them to hardly anything. But had to play obviously the last 30 minutes with 10 men. But we deserve to win the game, hands down. And then Monday we went and give a solid away performance. And again, can't be greedy. Scored 4, but could have scored more. But it just helped our goal difference a little bit, which might be quite important near the end.
And obviously a good performance of note on Monday from Sean Spence, one of a few players who've come back into the squad after injuries. We've not really seen too much of Sean. Obviously, at the start of the season, he got injured, and I expect up until recently, you've probably not seen him out on the pitch much either. What were your thoughts on him and his performance on Monday?
Well, when I first come in, he was a part of that good run where we won 5 games and drew 1. He was part of that. So I always knew what we had. But he just had a freak injury in training where his bone come away down his shin. No one near him. It just happened on the 3G. So it's been a blessing getting him back. He's different from our other midfield players, where he makes them late runs and gets in the box, and that's proven with his, I think, 4 goals he scored in 3 games now. So yeah, something different to the squad and a very good player.
And obviously, JJ Hooper getting his first goal for the club at the weekend as well. Another player who was made an appearance and then was out for a bit injured. How important is it getting JJ back, and what can he offer?
Again, JJ's different to everybody. Holds the ball up, big, strong. Just needed to get fit, and it's taken a long time to get him fit. But he scored a fantastic goal on Monday. He actually could have scored a hat-trick. We went through the other chances this morning, and he missed 2 sitters really for quality of him. But like I say, just to get him back on the pitch, you can see he's mobile now. He's moving about. Even in training, he's completely different. So yeah, let's hopefully the next 3 games we'll see a little bit more of him.
And what are your thoughts on the squad overall? It's been noticeable that we seem to have had a bit of a stronger bench in recent games. Obviously, players coming back from injury have helped that. But what are your current thoughts on the squad as we go into the last few games of the season?
Good, really good. It's where we want to be. I want to be able to look at a bench and go, right, we've got changes we can make, bring different personnel in, bring good players, equal good players as the other players. So for me, it can only be a plus. That we've got a strong bench. Every manager wants to look at the bench and think, yeah, I can change things and it will change the outcome of the game. So we can do that now, which is great.
Okay, so looking ahead to tomorrow then, we've, after sort of hovering in 8th for a long time, we've popped up into 7th, and we play Alfreton in 8th place tomorrow. That's, whichever way you look at it, it's a big game. How are you and the players? How have you been preparing for that one?
Yeah, it's been a good week. It's been fun. Last couple of days been fun in training. Everyone's chomping at the bit to play. Tough game. They're there on merit. They've got a couple of games in hand. So it's important we try and win the game tomorrow so we can put a little bit of light between us. But it's going to be tough. Billy's done a great job down there. And they got a unique way of playing that they don't give you a minute's rest, and they're in your face, and they're where they are on merit, and so it's going to be a real tough game, yeah.
And then the season as a whole, obviously we've only got 3 games left, but we're kind of very close to pushing and breaking into those playoff places now. Is it obviously? You're going to tell me that we're just going to take one game at a time, but are you thinking at all for that we've got a good chance of getting in those playoffs at the end of the season?
Well, we've got a good chance as anybody. I think the top 3 places are gone, and then from 4 to 7 is available for about 6 teams, and we're one of those 6. So we're going to do our best to try and get in there. We've done remarkable to be where we are, in my opinion. with everything that's gone on throughout the season. At times only having 11 and 12 players. So it's been remarkable that we've galvanised a group of players, and we're now getting bodies back, that we're going into these last 3 games really strong. So for me, what the players have done has been remarkable, in my opinion. That they've given everything for the cause. They've been together as a group, that they galvanised each other, and the spirit is very, very good. So they need all the pats on the back they get to put themselves in this position. So now, can they finish that job and try and make those playoffs? It's down to them, really. I think there's more than enough quality to do that. 2 home games. We haven't lost at home since December, I think. So we've got a good chance.
Yeah, I was just going to touch on that. Just finally, then we've obviously got a very good home record of late. There also seems to be a bit more like a good affinity between the players and the fans at the moment. How important is it that we get a big crowd tomorrow to cheer the lads on?
Yeah, I think it's been good between the players and fans for a long time. It's certainly what I tried to do when I came in, because there was a divide, is pull everyone together. I've got my own personal bond with the fans, which has been amazing. And the group of players now is just doing the right things, and the players are always, it's paramount the players go over and thank the fans after every game, home or away, and they've done that. So I don't see nothing but good feelings there. So listen, hopefully we can get up to 2,000 Saturday. I think if we're not going to win now, we're never going to get it. We're right in there, and the club's never ever been in the playoffs in its history. So it'll be nice if we can get a couple of thousand here. We had 1,500 for Banbury. It'd be nice if we could get a couple of thousand to try and cheer us on.
Thanks, Stephen.